media company that's been around for 8 years, and many of its users use it to post entertaining, fun DIY videos. Good evening, class. I'm Chris. Today I'm joined by Wen, Kevin, Tan, and Grace. We're going to talk to you about the ban on TikTok. Starting off, we're going to talk about the background information, the cost of the ban, the actual ban act, legal measures, economy impact, and conclusion. To start off with, TikTok has been around for a while, and it became popular due to Douyin's impact in China. And after that, Shou Zi becomes the new CEO of TikTok, and it was banned on January 18, 2025, because it found out that TikTok was leaking user data to the Chinese government, violating security concerns. Shortly after, a month later, on February 14, the ban was temporarily lifted because it helped Trump get back into office and along with his campaign overall. And now we're going to switch over to Tan to talk about why they had this ban.
Thank you, Chris. TikTok is the most popular app in the US, especially for teenagers and young adults. And for me, TikTok like a fun app, but recently, I start wondering why US government want to ban it. And good evening, I'm Tan, and today I'm talking about why TikTok is banned. TikTok can collect the personal data like your location, your face and voice, and even your contact. TikTok said that the information is kept safe in the US, but in fact, workers in China can access the private data from American users. That's the problem because under Chinese law, the company must share information with their government. Moreover, people worry about how TikTok decide what video to show. TikTok quietly promote the video that make China look good and remove the video that make China look bad. According to her, many videos showing people asking for democracy were harder to find on TikTok compared to another app. Because upon this worry, the US government passed a new law in 2024. And now Kevin talking about overview of the ban.
Right, thank you, Tan. According to a report from Oxford Economics around 2024, around 4.7 million jobs have been affected directly and indirectly by this TikTok ban. Hello, good evening, everyone. Today, my name is Kevin. Today, I'm discussing with you all about the overviewing of this TikTok ban and everything surrounding this prohibition. Everything started when all of the US military devices, they have raised the concern about the user data could be accessed easily by the Chinese government. Hence, they raised the concern and the US government issued the executive order number 13942, specifically targeting the Chinese parent company of TikTok named ByteDance and forced this company to make the divestment of all TikTok operation on the US. Hence, several American companies has made an acquisition deal to buy this company and resume this issue. I can list to you all two companies that doing that are Microsoft and Oracle. Now let's look into how this TikTok ban being affected to US job and US business. According to a report from CNBC, also around 2024, several companies has restructuring the marketing budget and create some change for any possible scenario could happening to them based on this TikTok ban. Also, according to a report from Forbes, also around 2024, several content creators has been take a major hit by losing their income from their sponsorship, from the viewer engagement, and from also their content, everything on TikTok. And most importantly, some of the TikTok employee has been threatened by the major potential layoff if the US government have to remove this company out of business permanently. Those facts I list to you all to illustrate that the major significant effect to the TikTok company by this ban from the government, especially on the creative and content sector. Now let's turn into Grace for further information about this TikTok. Thank you, please.
Thank you, Kevin. In 2020, TikTok was valued at 50 billion. Just a few years later, it's on the threat of being banned and lost billions. My name is Grace. Today I'll be giving a quick overview of the legal and business implications of the potential TikTok ban in the US. The US government cites national security concerns, mainly about how TikTok, owned by Chinese company ByteDance, will handle user data. The NDA Act has already banned TikTok on government devices, citing similar security risks. Another important law is Section 1237, which allows government to place sanctions on companies tied to foreign cyber-threat. From a business perspective, banning TikTok could benefit US tech companies by reducing competition, but it also raises concerns about the government overreach and global tech regulations. Under pressure, ByteDance launched multiple strategies, and one of the major moves was Project Texas, which is a plan to store American user data with Oracle and keep it separated from China. According to an article from TikTok's official blog, Project Texas is designed to keep American user data secure and independent. But many critics weren't convinced, and ByteDance hired lobbyists and spent over $8 million trying to influence the lawmaker. They also tried to strike deals with Oracle, so Oracle would manage user data, but the deal eventually fell through because ByteDance refuses to give up the control of the TikTok's core algorithm. The financial hit was massive. ByteDance lost over $7 billion, and TikTok's value dropped 20 billions. The company has now shifted from global expansion to survival mode. Now I'll transfer to Christopher, and he will talk about the immediate business impact.
Thank you, Grace. TikTok has helped small businesses a lot, with them driving $15 billion in revenue for small companies, and over 7.5 million businesses rely on TikTok to connect with their investors and talk with users. And according to the Columbia Business School, small investors saw an ad count increase by 7%, with daily spending increasing by 26%, while large advertisers saw an ad count increase by 21%, with their daily spending increasing by 68%. Moving forward, talking about the legal and operational consequences, currently TikTok, if it was to stay banned, it will still be usable by current users, but new users who are trying to find the app will not be able to do so because the app will be removed from the Google Play Store and App Store. And current users will still be able to watch videos, but the app will be glitchy, and over time will become slowly unusable, being rendered useless. And now we're gonna switch over to Wen, who'll talk about the impact on the tech industry.
Thank you, Chris. According to the TikTok economic impact in 2024, there are over 7.5 US businesses use TikTok, supporting over 28 million workers. If the platform disappeared, the fallout will be massive. Good evening. I'm Wen. Today I want to go over the ban effect on the US tech industry, economic impact, and long-term consequences. As we have seen, TikTok massive user base has become an essential tool for many businesses, especially small ones, a way for them to grow and reach new customers. But however, many are still too young and unstable to survive without it. The effect of the ban have been shown clear as a major company like Microsoft have missed a key opportunity to grow in the industry by working with TikTok. An Oracle cloud expansion plan was also delayed, and many marketing firms that depend on TikTok algorithm have struggles. If the ban becomes permanent, it could trigger a widespread of job loss, downsizing, and even bankruptcy across the tech sector and beyond. Moving to the next part, as we've seen, many big content creators started on TikTok. They contribute billions of dollars into the economy and create more job opportunities for the people. And if the ban goes through in the US, this can significantly damage their income and make it much harder for them to rebuild their page on a new platform. And as TikTok will remove out of the US market, tech titans will also gain more users and more power in the trillion-dollar industry, creating a more antitrust environment. According to an article, Protecting Competition within the American Economy, by Carl Shapiro, a professor at UC Berkeley, stated that antitrust can significantly damage labor market and also make much more difficult for new business to enter a key industry. In conclusion, as we have seen TikTok, the ban act is go beyond social media, it affects millions of people. The ban started with a worry about national security, how user data was handled by Chinese government companies. And TikTok tried fixing this with Project Texas, moving these data to a local server. However, millions of jobs and business are still at risk. And there's also a talk of changing ownership of how to avoid the ban, and also the status of the company are still certain at the moment. Banning TikTok wouldn't just only banning content, but also banning the opportunity for the people. And we're a team one. Thank you.